After being motivated, going to McDonald's and absolutely destroying a quarter pounder because I saw the edit that the Japanese McDonald's account made using Bad Apple to promote their black pepper chicken nuggets, I was devastated to see the news that Hajime Isayama has entirely quit drawing as a whole. Now, not quit, but just severely unmotivated and burnt out, because after writing Attack on Titan, one of the greatest anime slash manga of all time, and if you're a hater, argue with me all you want, but the numbers are there, as this was one of the highest rated anime shows in worldwide. Like, this was the most demanded show of all time across the entire globe. So it did have an impact. It was good. You're just hating on it because you're trying to be different. But continuing on, Hajime Isayama says that if I try to write anything, it just ends up feeling like a snippet of one of the elements I already explored. I poured out everything inside me until I was completely drained, which, don't get me wrong, I 100% understand what he's saying, because this guy has been working on Attack on Titan for years, man. I mean, he started this when he was 19 years old, and finally getting that one shot published in 2009, only for it to get picked up and actually go for a full-length series and ending in 2021. The same goes for the anime, as that started in 2013 and ended in 2023. So this series has been going on for quite a while, and I could totally see why this guy has been burning himself out. Despite the breaks that he had taken, it still doesn't justify just how great of a story, just how great of an artist he has become further down the line. So I could totally see as to why he needed a break between those years and not being able to continue anything on, because once you write something so freaking well your first time, it's really hard to top something after that. I mean, you set the bar for yourself so freaking high that not only is it difficult for you to overcome it, but it's also difficult for people to actually view your story as something entirely different from one of the greatest stories of all time. If you're a viewer and you liked Attack on Titan and you see something that was also made by the creator of Attack on Titan and it doesn't match or meet your expectations, you're gonna be left unsatisfied. You're not gonna feel like this guy has it anymore in himself. You thought that this guy would be a one-hit wonder, and right now he's going through that writer slash artist block. I mean, he feels as if he's stealing from his own content or is repeating the exact same content and doesn't want to do that. He wants to do something entirely fresh. But just because of this doesn't mean that it's entirely over, as he is still doing some work. He's just, again, in a writer's block where he's not able to do anything fresh off of his mind. And I want to go deeper on what he has to say just a little bit in this article by Automaton. And he goes to say that it's been years since the manga serialization and anime broadcast ended, but I'm not working now. Occasionally I draw illustrations and sign autographs, and I've also helped with Yuki Kaji's Soyogi project, but I no longer draw on a daily basis. Now, if you don't know who Yuki Kaji is, he is the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor for Eren Yeager. So they still have a connection, and it seems that he's being kept busy, but he's not working for himself, but he's helping somebody out, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't know too much of the project. From what I can see right now, it's an AI VTuber, which I'm assuming is just, I guess, Yugi or Yuji becoming a VTuber and streaming. That's the only thing I'm picking up from this, but if you have any more information about it, let me know down in the comments. Again, I could totally see why this guy would have a writer's block. He has this magnum opus being Attack on Titan, this story that he perfected himself, crafted over the years, and after that, he burnt himself out. He was literally spending his lifetime, his early years as an adult, writing in a story that we all grow and love and appreciate at this given time. And it's also cool to see that they still have a connection between each other, that being Yuji, the voice actor for Eren Yeager, as I mentioned earlier, as well as Hajime Isayama. And here you can still see in the article, upon hearing the manga artist's words, Yuji Kanji chimed in saying that he has met Isayama privately last year, found him doing well. After showering him with praises, Kanji expressed sympathy for the pressure Isayama must be feeling following the end of Attack on Titan and wished him well in his future endeavors. So it's cool to see that they still talk to each other every now and then, and it's cool that, you know, the praise is still going, as Eren Yeager did an amazing, or Kanji having a like an insane role over the years of the entirety of Attack on Titan's lifespan. And it's kind of sad to see this mangaka is really struggling becoming or trying to find another way to write better stories. I will say though, this Attack on Titan series did have a cultural impact over in the western side of the planet, because during the time of season 4, we were experiencing COVID, and COVID was a time where everything was pretty boring, pretty rough, and what was there to watch? I mean, there was no live television because, again, everybody was sitting in their rooms, sitting in their houses, wearing masks. Everything was just not enjoyable, and then we all converted to, or all of us, or most of us converted to Attack on Titan, which was a very big eye-opener for those who aren't even used to anime. Now, I really wouldn't recommend this anime being a first or a starter, because it won't get you used to anime as a whole, because although this is an anime, it does carry anime characteristics. At the same time, it doesn't, because there's one thing missing that pretty much every other anime has, and that is fan service. And we really barely get anything like that in Attack on Titan, which for those who aren't a big fan of fan service or specific character models, that's a good and a big plus sign. But if you're trying to introduce anime to a friend and they start off with this, not only is the bar going to be set up pretty high in terms of enjoyment and complexity within a story, it's also going to, you know, be a little bit catfishy, because when they start watching things like, let's say for our Naruto, for example, or Bleach, they're going to be confused why there are half-naked women with fog covering up their tits, and kind of veer away from the anime community or anime watching as a whole, because they think it's weird. And later down the line, if they were to experience more as if they thought Naruto and Bleach were the only hurdles, they'll continue to find more and more things that are a little bit weird when it comes to anime. And don't get me wrong, anime is weird, but that's one thing that I absolutely love about it. But I really do one day that Hajime Isayama picks up the pen again, picks up the stencils, and just goes crazy with another series. Now, I know it's going to be difficult, but it's not impossible, because take the creator from Fullmetal Alchemist, for example. They have created a masterpiece, a freaking masterpiece. Fullmetal Alchemist, a wonderful story, a little bit on the slow side, because everything has to deal with a lot of the political issues within their world. But that's not to say that they have insane fight scenes. And if you look at the anime, either Fullmetal Alchemist or Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, the animation is still top tier. Everything about it is really good. But the series ended a while ago, and just recently we are finally getting an anime adaptation for a new manga that this amazing, wonderful woman of a mangaka has created, called Demons of the Shadow Realm, which looks pretty interesting. The beginning of it threw me off guard, so I'm excited to see what the story has left for me. I haven't read the manga or haven't caught up with it so much. I will be watching the anime that is going to be coming out this season, and after that I will continue and I will pick it up after and read the manga. So yeah, let me know what y'all guys think about Hajime Isayama not being able to write another story of Attack on Titan, or write another story that can compete or go above and beyond Attack on Titan. But yeah, let me know what y'all guys think, and appreciate y'all for hanging around. If you like what y'all see, why not drop a like and subscribe, as that does help around on my channel a lot. Anyways guys, appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I will see y'all next time. Adios.